40 hours. That's how long Apple is claiming the next iPhone will last on a single charge, and honestly, I didn't believe it either. But then I started digging into how they're doing it, and it's not what you think. It's not just a bigger battery. There's something way more interesting going on under the hood, and there's one specific detail that changes the entire conversation about whether this phone is actually worth waiting for. So here's the situation. Leaked iPhone 18 Pro Max specs have surfaced, pointing to a rumored 5,200 milliamp hour battery targeting a record-breaking 40-hour battery life. Every tech outlet is running with that headline, but the battery itself is only part of the story, and honestly, it's the least interesting part. The A20 Pro chip's 2-nanometer architecture reportedly delivers 30% better energy efficiency, while Apple's custom C2 modem reduces cellular power draw significantly. That combo is where the real magic is. I've been tracking these leaks since January, cross-referencing supply chain reports, analyst notes, all of it. And there's one result from these leaks that genuinely surprised me. We'll get there. Okay, so let's start with the obvious, the battery. Multiple sources point to a 5,100 to 5,200 milliamp hour cell for the iPhone 18 Pro Max, the largest ever in an iPhone. Sounds massive, right? Here's the thing, it's actually not that big of a jump. According to supply chain leakers, that's barely a 2 to 3% capacity increase over its predecessor. Compare that to the OnePlus 15's 7,300 milliamp hour battery, and Apple's approach feels almost quaint. So how do you go from a 2% bigger battery to 40 hours of use? You don't brute force it, you engineer it. And that's the part nobody's talking about. Apple's shift to TSMC's advanced 2-nanometer process for the A20 Pro chip is expected to drive these gains. The processor could offer up to 15% better performance and 30% improved efficiency compared with the A19 series 30%. That's not incremental. That's a generational leap in how much work this chip can do per watt of power. But here's where it gets interesting. Apple's next generation C2 modem chip is expected in 2026, and it's expected to be more capable than the current C1 and C1X. The C2 could feature millimeter wave 5G connectivity. Your cellular modem is one of the biggest battery hogs in any phone. It's like leaving a window open in winter and cranking the heat. Apple's basically closing that window for the first time with their own in-house modem. And that's not all. Reports suggest Apple may adopt LTPO Plus display technology, which offers better brightness levels while consuming less power. This advanced screen technology could allow the phone to maintain high performance and visual quality without draining the battery quickly. So you've got a more efficient chip, a more efficient modem, and a more efficient display. Stack those three together, and suddenly that 2% bigger battery starts doing a lot more work. It's like when you upgrade your car's engine, tires, and aerodynamics, you don't need a bigger gas tank, you just go further. Now, this next part actually surprised me. Because Apple isn't getting all this for free, there is a trade-off. The device may be slightly thicker at around 8.8 millimeters and heavier than 240 grams to accommodate the bigger battery and other internals. The upcoming iPhone 18 Pro Max is expected to become the heaviest iPhone yet, with its weight reportedly pushing past 240 grams. That would put it above the iPhone 13 Pro Max and iPhone 14 Pro Max, which both sit at 240 grams. So Apple, the company that literally made phones thinner than structurally advisable for a decade, is making this one thicker. On purpose, the significant increase in battery size is reportedly made possible by the adoption of eSIM technology, which eliminates the need for a physical SIM card slot. By removing this component, Apple has freed up internal space. It's like Apple played Tetris with the internals and found a way to fit a bigger battery by removing pieces most people didn't even know were there. And honestly, an extra 7 grams for potentially 2-day battery life, I'll take that trade every single time. All right, but let's get real for a second. 40 hours is a marketing number. We all know that. Here's what 40 plus hours actually means for your daily routine. True 2-day battery life under typical usage patterns. Stream Netflix during your commute, handle video calls all day, and still wake up the next morning with juice left. The iPhone 18 Pro Max battery life test indicates up to 10 to 12 hours of continuous gaming. 10 to 12 hours of gaming, that's an entire transatlantic flight of gaming without touching a charger. My Nintendo Switch can't even do that, and I'm not going to lie. That stat made me double check the source. And remember that camera control button downgrade I mentioned? Apple is reportedly removing gesture-based swipe controls from the camera control button on iPhone 18 models to reduce manufacturing costs. This is the most significant confirmed downgrade in the iPhone 18 Pro Max leak cycle so far. So they're giving you 2-day battery life, but quietly taking away a feature photographers actually liked. Classic Apple math. Okay, so here's the question everyone's really asking. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is expected to launch between September 3rd and September 10th, 2026. That's about 6 months from now. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo has been consistent. Apple's plan for the iPhone 18 Pro Max is to avoid raising prices, keeping the starting price flat at $1,199. Same price, dramatically better battery, a 2 nanometer chip, a new modem, and oh yeah, I haven't even mentioned this. The iPhone 18 Pro models are set to gain a variable aperture lens for the main camera. A variable aperture would let iPhone users manually adjust how much light gets to the sensor, cutting down on overexposure, and providing new customization options for lighting and depth of field. That's a first for any iPhone ever. So here's my honest take. While competitors pack massive batteries, Apple's betting that smart engineering beats brute force. And based on everything I've seen in these leaks, that bet looks like it's going to pay off. If you're on an iPhone 15 or older, this is your upgrade, no question. If you're on a 16 Pro Max, it's a harder sell unless battery anxiety is your biggest complaint. And if you just bought the 17 Pro Max, honestly, you're fine. Enjoy it. The FOMO isn't worth it. But that variable aperture camera, that's the thing that might change my mind. Because if Apple nails mechanical aperture control on a phone this small, that's not an upgrade. That's a new category. And that's what I'm testing the second this thing launches. Whether incremental improvements justify waiting depends on how much that extra daily usage matters to your workflow. And honestly, only you can answer that. I'm curious though, is 40 hours enough to finally make you stop carrying a portable charger? Or have we been too burned too many times? Let me know. See you next one. Peace.